Hey, transformational prevention again. Oh my.
I know you love me, that's so comforting. Want you, you want me, take my hand and know me better. I know you love me, that's so comforting. Want you, you want me, take my hand and know me better. I know you love me, that's so comforting. But we are stuck except you take my hand and know me better. Hey, know me better, love me better. Hey, take me better, love me better.
It's the transformational prevention show with Olori.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the program Transformational Parenting. My name is Mute Olori, your parenting coach, and this is the program where we dive into issues that have to do with parenting, society, and of course, forming the right values and principles that we need, to help parent our children. Today, we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic, and that is childhood growing up and its effect or influence on the persons that we become. Our experience in childhood plays a crucial role in shaping who we become as adults. From the memories we share to the challenges we overcome, our journey through childhood leaves a landmark on our identity and, of course, our character. Childhood is a season where we explore, where we discover, and where we grow. It is a time when we navigate the curiosity. And how does this curiosities and wonders help us to learn? This we will be talking on this program today with someone who I would say is a product of his system and his choices. Please don't go away. When I come back, you will be meeting my guest. You're welcome.
It's the transformational prevention show with Olori.
Welcome back. It's the Transformational Parenting Show, and today we're looking at our childhood and the challenges or the memories and how they form who we have become. My guest today is a certified project manager, a certified human capacity development trainer. He is a consultant and a fellow with the Institute of Management. He is also a certified management specialist by the London Graduate School, a digital marketing expert with Google, Digital Skills for Africa certification. He is the convener of the annual Business Growth Strategy Conference, and of course, a certified John Maxwell leadership speaker, trainer, and coach. Mr. Abraham Orukpe, thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me here, and it's good to be here.
So much.
Yeah.
I had to even edit this because I couldn't just go on and on and on and on. Can you share with us some of your childhood memories that significantly impacted your life and your drive?
Okay. Firstly, I somewhat believe one thing is that parenting has a lot of role to play in the life of kids because we're a product of our family, and family builds society, and society builds state, state builds the global system. So let's take it back to growing up. I grew up from a family of 4. And when I was 11, my parents broke up. But the part of me that most people don't know. But when you see the successful part on social media, you just think, oh, it was just like this. Good. So my parents separated quite when I was 11, and that's shaping everything. It was a reset button. So I remember I have to leave Benin to Ekboma to stay with my grandma. And when you used to stay in this kind of luxury house, the next thing, you're going back, it's just like a reverse back. So at first it was not really nice, but along the line, I got to learn some things there. I remember one of the issues I had with her then was we must follow her to farm. That is what the farm my mom went to. So So, as a kid, you could not process the flip side of everything. So then I felt she was a wicked person because you could not rematch where you were coming from to this. And this time, my parents were at long gone. Everybody just go their way. They are not minding what the children were going through. So growing up, I told myself, well, today I'm married, I have kids. I'm like, no, I'll correct that.
Now, you are 4.
Yeah, we're 4.
4 of you went to the village, or what happened?
Yes, 3 of us went to the village.
Okay.
3 of us all went to the village, remaining the other one. So, but because I was the most senior, so I understood what was happening, unlike the younger ones. So I would say I got more of the mental trauma than the younger ones then. So growing up for my childhood, I would say it was not.
Let's look at the first 11 years before we go back to the other years, and do a kind of so that I can better understand, the effect. What was that first 11 years like?
It was amazing because I remember then, I'm an accountant today. So because of why I saw my dad is an accountant. I remember growing up, we have this driver comes to the house to wait for me in the morning. He comes up with his briefcase and zoom off. I'm like, okay, I want to be like this. And you have a family whereby everybody's just together. So it was more of a communal, love banding, bonded family for that first 11 years, which when things start going the other way around, I could not marry it with the first 11, bond, that family. You wake up to do morning devotion in the morning. Even the sleeping eye, they are dragging you to sit down to pray in the morning. So you see those bonds, everything. So you could not marry it with what went the other way around. So the first 11 years was worth it. And that 11 is something I want to give to my kids, times 24 or 100 of that first 11.
Now, so when things changed and you went this other way, what were the things that formed this, the things that happened in your life that influenced, shaped the values that you have today, and you're choosing the first 11 years as what you will stand with and go with in your parenting? What were those other years like that influenced and shaped your choices to want to go with a certain level or certain value that you had, which is the first 11 years of your life?
Yeah, I want to come in from this angle is that foundation matters. And I would say within that 11 years, I believe all what I needed till this age was given to me. I'll go in now because I grew up from a home. I was discussing with a friend today. We were talking about some things. And I told them that the foundation we come from matters a lot. So I would want to say for that first 11 years, I was introduced to my faith, Christianity, to know that God holds you here. I'll do that where love is first, selflessness is first. You must ensure you look at. So whatever it is I got from that first 11 years, going forward was something I know that, yes, build the resilience. That I know, okay, well, I won't go below this. Even when I go to the university, higher institution, I tell some people I finished from Ambrosale University, you go Ekpoma. But, yeah, I know why that eyebrow go up because of the settings there. But that 11 years make me understood that, no, the fact this is a transition, you not should be stopped there. So that is what I can just bring out from there.
Okay, so the other 11 years, you said something about resilience.
Yeah.
How did the other years, after the 11, when you went to the village, how did you build those resilience? It's like I'm taking you memory lane, right? Because I could see the smiles like, oh, if you know. But you know what? There are a lot of people that, what I would learn from what you're going to be sharing with us. So how did those years help to build resilience, help to shape this person that, they look at you and like, Ambrose Ali University, and so
yes.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Okay, good. So after that, I remember I went to Lagos to meet my dad. I remember then in Ikotun, maybe people that knows Ikotun in Lagos, I was there, I went to secondary school, did everything. Along the line, that's why I want to come in that, please, parent watching this thing, no matter what it is, try to hold on. I know these days the narrative of marriage has been diluted to if it's not working, leave.
In fact, before they enter,
They've made up
signed
their
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
But I believe, sort of debating, but I believe let's take the option B out of the table and make it work. It's an intentional thing. So, because when you separate, a lot of things happen. A lot of things. Even you might not find completeness in your own solo career, solo quest, neither with the kids. So I did that. I remember I did a sales boy, this normal selling insurance at Egbida, close to Gowan. I called places so I couldn't know that it was there. So I did there. So from there, got my first pay was 6,500 by my then boss. God bless that man, Mr. Ike Maduka. I remember his name. I bought my jam form. I had that mind because I knew the only way out was education. That was it.
Because the farm, you didn't enjoy going to the farm. It
was terrible. It was something I was not used to. It was something I was not just used to. So I still heard that thing, seeing my dad going to work in the morning in my head. That, okay, it was always cool that make this man, driver comes, pick him in the morning, drop him. I don't want to go into details of what he was, but I can call some company where he worked then that some people might know. Like Okada Airlines, the Limca, those things, they're good. So I still had that picture that my dad was he's an accountant, so I can be there. So when I was doing the sales boy, I had that time that I would go to school. Then I remember I went to school through P-degree. Then, even then, it was as bad as during schools, when people write the exam and go home, I stay back in Ekpoma because there was no home to go to. You know, when after exam, people take back to exam hall, keep at maybe where you photocopy things as they are finishing. And by then it was this big Jew transport. People are moving, but I have nowhere to go. I was in church this morning, pastor preached that. There's some people in campus that have nowhere to go after school. And I raised up my hand that I'm the one here. So even after school, I stay back. So, but in all this, I just know that I want to be able to put my keys on the plantain that I know on the seat and say, what, this was what happened. This was what I was able to achieve through God's grace.
What was going through your mind where everyone is going home and you had nowhere to go to? What was on your mind? What kept you to still pursue? Because it can't just be just 11 years.
No, okay, I like that. So I got used to it. You know the way you get used to loneliness at some point. And growing up, I kept holding back. When time came, I had grown that part of where do I go? I'm not saying I had no family, so you know where to even go, but I prefer because my mom was here, my dad was here. If you go to this person's house, this person pick issues that, oh, okay, it's because you went there, that's why you are not doing this. If you went to this person's house, oh, it's because, so the best thing was to just don't go to anybody direction. Just stay back in Ekpoma. People, they won't call me the landlord of my area then because as you are leaving, you're meeting me back there. But in that 11 years, that period, I just had this thing in my mind. I read a book that period, The Secret, by Rodan Bryan. And what kept me apart from resilience was I was reading. Yes, I was reading. Apart from my normal accounting books and everything, I remember I was going to get a good grade and I had a 2-1 in accounting. Apart from my core business, my classwork, but I researched. So that I read a book that has a man thinketh in his heart. I read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. So these books I was reading formed my mind that, okay, you know what you're going through is not peculiar to you. Everybody is tested. So with those things, I would say the knowledge I got, the resilience, and that 11 years, those 3 things formed me into, okay, why this is a phase I need to go through. So those what kept me going.
Now, you didn't just go to school and finished, and you were okay with your degrees. You kept wanting more. Why?
Okay. So I kept wanting one because I truly wanted to correct a lot of things in my home. And that correction was not by shouting, because I believe in one thing. You don't win through argument. You don't win through proving point. Let your result speak. And it silenced a lot of things around you. So I wanted to do something. My goal was first, I want to be able to create something that I'll look back, I don't look like where I'm coming from. And first, I'll say, thank God for my faith, Christianity. My faith really helped me. And I found a lot of strength in the word. And that's why my favorite Bible verse is Psalm 126, when the Lord turned again the captivities in Zion, we are like they that dream dreams, and our mouth was filled with laughter.
Was it really that tough? Because for
was.
someone to hold on to a scripture like that,
It was.
his life was tough.
It was bad. It
Share.
was. Okay. So I came to Abuja. Sorry, I'm just
I want to
trying
hear.
to.
I don't want you to suppress it. I really want, because truly in sharing, there's someone who is losing so much hope and said, your story might be similar, but the difference is what you have done. And so, do you want to encourage someone and say, look, mine was that bad?
Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so after my whole school thing, so I came to Abuja. My mom died in 2010. So when my mom died, that broke me again, because my goal was finish school, get something, and bring your parents back. So along the line, my mom died, 2010, April 3rd. That was the reset button. So the thing you were running for to quickly put one is gone. So I came to Abuja. I was with my auntie Azuntu. Then I was there for a while, and something started happening. And she woke me one day and told me in my language that Agba Guanuwa, meaning when it's month end, leave. And when it's the month end, it's 25th. So what do I do? So that's why I strongly believe that God still work wonders. So I met somebody in my church. I'm in a unit in my church where I worship, and I told him, no, that a devoted brother like you should not be going through this thing. So he gave me something, and I got a place at Durumi village here. Durumi, and I was there along the line, and I was trying to start my business. I'm just going through quickly as fast, try to get my business. Then, and that's what I tell people, please, you need to build from here up. If you build from up down, you're digging your grave. You need to build from down up. You build foundation. But if not, if you're from up down, you're digging grave. So because of the so much pressure I had with my younger ones lying on my shoulder, I needed to blow on time. I needed to hammer on time. Now, there was nobody to tell you, please turn the tempo down, because there's no father to even advise you. The mother would have advised you, she's gone. So I was like a go-getter. I think, I process, I analyze, I conclude, I implement, I fail. Like, there's nobody to just look side to. So I remember then, I tried starting my company in 2013 or so. I took a loan. And they said I was going to clean one of the government building here, 19 million naira. I had to go and do our NSITF, PENCOM, the whole document for bidding, for just to ensure you bid. I remember I took a loan of about 900,000, and it was 10 digits interest. I had to pay 90K every month. So because of this desperation, that money, I took some other loan just to ensure I got that job. You know, our system, just to ensure. That money grew to about 3 point something. And that I tell people in my business session, don't take any loan that is not for expansion. You don't take loan for operations. Like, I'm not talking about my consulting now. So I sank. This time I was holding rent in my place there at Lokogoma, Route 14. I remember that some big close there. When I'm leaving home in the morning, I jack the gates like this so that my landlord should know I'm leaving. Thank you, Jesus. Sorry, okay, so it was as bad as that. So the point is this, that all these things, my fear was consuming me that I should not end up where I was coming from. So that fear of not ending up keep making me making more mistakes. In an attempt to say you don't want to be here, but I see myself in a sinking sand, just digging. So at the end of the day, I was able to get some things out, and things start taking shape gradually to the extent that, let me stop here, please.
I'll take a short break. When I come back, we will look at how we were able to get out of the sinking sand. And if you have been in a similar situation and you're watching this program, like we always say, there's always hope somewhere. But all you need to do is raise your head and find out where it is. I'll take a short break. I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere.
It's the transformation of parenting show with Olori.
All right, welcome back. I hope you did really learn a lot from our conversation with Mr. Abraham Orukpe, who had it all fantastic for 11 years. And after the 11 years of his life, a whole lot changed and a whole lot, that helped him to form who he is today. Now, we've talked about, in between the conversation, we talked about parents and, the role, that they need to play, because whatever decision they take as a couple does affect and influence
The kids.
the children and whatever they have, they will become. Now, a lot of people live in anger, bitterness, who have had similar stories, and some of them give up on life. You find out they said, oh, it was good, but today I'm here because of the mistake my parents did. Fine, all right? But you had the same similar situation. There was death of a parent. You had a reason that was pushing you to become something, because you just wanted to keep that foundation and go back to that life and make it better. Now, you didn't have it. You didn't have that opportunity, but you stayed on. And like you said, that was the reason that pushed you on. Today, you are a father. You have your own home.
Yes.
What are the changes? What are the things you're doing in your home to see that you don't put your seed into the same experience that you came out from?
Okay. The first thing first is God. Yes. I'm not apologetic about my faith. It's God. And secondly is that I ensure that whatever that happened to me and my wife, I don't take it to the kids, and ensure that I apologize to my wife when I know I should apologize. I think I will bring a lot of ego into this marriage union. What you would have said sorry for, you let it spin long, it accumulate to a mountain, you cannot just submerge again. So I look back, so what went wrong in my home? Ego. What went wrong in my home growing up? Things I would have resolved that could not resolve. What went on my home? The children's interest was not considered. Yes, I know now we have a kind of mental health balance grammar that's speaking everywhere. But I feel it's selfishness not to consider the kids when you and your spouse are dealing. That is my own answer. So for me, what I do today, I ensure I bond more with my kids through my wife. It's a different thing. I can bond to them directly, but bonding to them through there, it makes the triangle balance. But when you take this off and focus in there, that's why I tell me and my wife to find, let's bond together to them, not because the kids will always come in. Those early morning love that we used to before kids comes in, but when they come in, they come to the middle. So we don't go through them anymore, but rather the two of us go there. So that is one thing I've done to ensure we bond through each other to them, and let go of things that should not be there in the first instant. Yes, we had issues. It's a normal thing. We normally have misunderstanding as couple, but letting go on time is something that I've learned, because if not, it will build to something what is supposed to have settled 2 days ago, or let's say 1 day ago. Ego comes in. From ego, pride comes from pride. Resilience comes in. If you do not say sorry, I will not say sorry. It takes 1 week, and the kids are observing. And with that, you see, they go down inside of themselves and say, they've started again. So it's one thing I've done, God, bonding with my family, and taking all my certification, titles, social media influence, keeping that at the domot. When I come inside, now me are you, not bringing, do you know who I am? No. I keep those at the doorpost and be a father and a husband inside the room. Then in the morning, I cannot take those garments at the car park and
go with it. All right, before I let you go, one word for a young man, that experienced a whole lot and is losing a lot of hope. What encouragement will you give such a person, from your own experience, that tomorrow can be better?
Yeah. Okay. My word is this for you is that first, don't make the same mistake through anger, because your anger have no economic value. Getting resentment, just let go. Today, my parents, I'm seeing good things with my dad. I do a lot of things from him, because the Bible sort of go back to my faith. It said what? Honor their parents. It never said if they make you happy. It never said if they train you in school. So the point is this: let go those resentment, those anger, those pain, and build yourself so that your goal should just be tell your story and people don't believe people cannot match who you are and where you're coming from. That is the only goal. But holding back and giving excuses, I wish this happened, I wish that happened, you're doing yourself no good. So let go.
Thank you very much. Let go. That is the word. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so very
Thank
much.
you. Wow, you've heard it. Our childhood could be traumatic. Our childhood could be exciting. Whatever it is, the onus is on you to say, this is the life I want to live. But when life throws you a whole lot of lemon and grapes, please learn how to make lemonade out of it, because the choice is yours who you become at the end of the day. I'll see you again next week, but try and follow us on all our social media platforms. And when you have any question, feel free to reach out to us. And remember, we're here to help you become the best version of yourself. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Hey, transformational prevention again.
Oh my. Hey. I know you love me. That's so comforting. Want you as you want me. Take my hand and know me better. I know you love me. That's so comforting. Want you as you want me. Take my hand and know me better. I know you love me. That's so comforting. But we are stuck except you take my hand and know me better. Hey, know me better, love me better. Hey, take me better, love me better.
It's the transformational parenting show with Olori.